Hello and welcome! I'm Norvegicus and this is my Let's Play of Drakan, the Ancient Gates. This game is one of my all-time favorite childhood games. I think I must have been 11 or 12 years old the first time I played this game, even though it clearly says 18 on the cover, but you know, I didn't care about that at the time. I just wanted to play this amazing looking game, and so I did. And I keep coming back to this game. I think I play it at least once every 1 or 2 years, and I have been more or less since that time. And I'm 28 now, so it's been a while since the first time I played this game. And I thought, you know, why not record this and put it up on YouTube, because I noticed that there weren't many Let's Plays of this game on YouTube with commentary, so I thought, why not? This game is really fun. It's an old RPG game from 2002, and it is actually a sequel to a game called Drakan, The Order of the Flame, which is PC exclusive. This game is PlayStation 2 exclusive. I've never played The Order of the Flame, but I do know the story somewhat. I know what happens, but I've never actually played it myself. So maybe in the future I'll play The Order of the Flame for the first time for the channel, but who knows. But I decided to go with Drakan, The Ancient Gates, because I just love this game. It might just be my nostalgia talking, but I think this game is excellent for the era. Even though the graphics are obviously outdated for today's standards, but you know, that's fine by me. So yeah, let's just jump right into the game. Click new game and get a lot of exposition right off the bat. So come on and join me on our adventure in Drakan, the Ancient Gates. Yeah, also, some of the loading screens in this game are kinda crazy and long, so just be prepared for some long-ass loading screens from time to time in this game, especially when we go from one realm to another, but, you know, that's just how the game is. Let's see what the book can tell us.
There are legends from times long past, of an age without kings, when the world was united by an alliance between dragon and man. These are the legends of the Order of the Flame, when noble warriors soared on the winds, and great wonders were worked upon the world. Though the Order held strong for centuries, it was destroyed at last from within. Brought low by the traitors of the Dark Union, war engulfed the world and civilization crumbled. By the time the madness had ended, all had been laid to waste. The dragons of the Order, wounded in spirit, withdrew into timeless slumber to await a time when the virtues of the Order were honored once more. For mankind, the fallen age had begun. Centuries wore on. Evil grew ever stronger until the vile banner of the Dark Union was raised once more. It was then that the warrior Rin discovered the resting place of the dragon Arok. Through the forgotten ritual of the bond, their souls were joined as one, and the first faint spark of the Order was rekindled at last. Together they took to the skies like a rising storm, driving back the forces of the Dark Union and ending their dreams of conquest. Victory was theirs, but it had come at a terrible cost. Rin's village had been destroyed, and her younger brother, the last that remained of her family, had been lost. Saddened and weary, they returned to Rin's village to search for any who might have survived. Little did they know, their struggles had only just begun.
I've been up and down the valley, but I could find no one. We're alone here. Even the wartalks have moved on.
Some of the villagers could still be in hiding.
No, Rin. They're gone. The wartalks did their work all too well. You are the only one left.
Then it's over, isn't it? They're really gone. Everyone I knew.
It's time we left this place. Nothing but ghosts remain here now.
But where then? There must be other villages, but...
I know the place. I've been hearing things, Rin. They recite words I have not heard in over 600 years. It is the grand summons of the Order.
The Order?
I must answer it, Rin. If others have returned to the old ways, then we must find them.
I agree, but I can't leave. Not yet. There are still dead to be buried. These were my friends, Arok.
I understand, but I cannot wait. The call must be answered. It comes from the north, where the city of Serdana once stood. Will you join me when you finish here? By foot you could make the journey in a few days.
Give me 2 days. Then I'll come after you.
I will be waiting.
Now, imagine being Rin in this situation. You're surrounded by the dead bodies of your former friends and villagers, I guess, neighbors and stuff, for days, burying them. That must be really creepy. I mean, I wouldn't do that, even though I'm not very superstitious. I don't think I would have wanted to surround myself with dead bodies like that, but, I mean, that tells you all you need to know about how Rin is as a person. But yeah, more exposition. We're not done yet.
You there! You're the warrior of the Order, aren't you? Arok's bonded?
That's right. Arok is here, then?
He is. A fascinating creature. Ah, but I forget my manners. My name is General Derimon.
Rin. Tell me something, General. Those towers down there, is that really Serdana? I mean, it's still standing?
This was the only place to survive the Dark Wars, so far as we know. Beautiful, isn't it? Listen, it's important that you go straight to the palace as soon as you can. Lady Mishala has urgent words, for your ears alone.
I need to speak to Arok before I do anything. Is he in the city somewhere?
No, but he'll be along soon. You can wait at the palace if you like. One more thing, watch yourself until you reach the gate. We're hunting for a group of bandits who've been working this road. They're a cowardly bunch, but a lone woman might look like a tempting target.
If that's the case, they're in for a painful lesson.
I don't doubt that. Take care just the same.
Okay, so now we can finally move around and do some gameplay. Yeah, that was a lot of exposition, but all you really need to know is that humans and dragons used to work together in what was called the Order of the Flame, and then they were betrayed by the Dark Union, who were like evil creatures, and so the dragons went into a slumber. So now all the dragons of the Order are like sleeping in caves and stuff all around the world. We don't know where they are, but we kind of need them because humanity is kind of screwed without them in this world. All the evil races are hunting and killing them. Arok is one of those dragons, and he used to sleep in a cave, but in the first game, Rin accidentally discovered him, and their souls were joined, so that if Arok dies, Rin dies, and vice versa. So we're kind of linked in that way. So yeah, that's all you really need to know about the story so far. If I, well, before that actually, if you're playing along with me, because some of you might be, the first thing you notice is that the camera is kind of hard to control, especially if you control the camera on its own. It's kind of wonky. I wouldn't recommend doing that because the camera usually follows, or always follows, your gaze. So just move the camera with Rin. That's my recommendation for that. If I click select button, I'm going into my inventory, and the first thing that pops up is my equipment. Now, the only thing I have here right now is Rin's dagger, which is the starting weapon, and that's the one of the weakest weapons in the game, so I'm quickly going to get rid of that as soon as I can, with a better weapon, of course. 4 damage, not very good, but it's indestructible. The only weapon, as far as I can remember, that is indestructible. So usually weapons have durability, so they only have like a set amount of hits you can use before they break, and you have to repair them or sell them. I mean, I guess you could do that too. So the only weapon that is indestructible, and it's also fast, and weapons with lower damage usually are faster than weapons with more damage, but there are some exceptions to that rule as well. I can hot slot it, which means I can quickly get it later, but it doesn't really matter now because I only have one thing in my inventory. I can also go to the right into my spells tab. I don't have any spells right now, but there are 10 spells in the game, and per usual in RPGs, being a spellcaster is kind of OP. Because there are so many good spells, especially when you are level 3. Level 3 spells are the highest level spells, but we will get some spells later in the game. Speaking of experience and leveling up, this is our experience tree, I guess. We start off with 1 in every skill, but I tend to go melee. I do like that the most, and I think melee is the best overall. It's good like throughout the game, and you can't get magic early game. Early game, yes, but not at the start, so you can't just rely on magic alone from the start of the game. But magic is good like mid-game and out. Archery is not very good at the start of the game. It's not very good at the mid-game, but it is kind of good at the late game. It takes a while before archery is good. Level 8 is the highest level you can have in any skill, so I probably will get melee to level 8, and I'll just switch between the other two. Maybe I'll go magic the most, but archery is kind of useful sometimes to hit enemies, but you know, we'll see how it goes. I definitely use melee a lot. Also, we have a map, of course, which I'm going to use a lot. If you've played this game before, you definitely know why the map is important, because it's very hard to navigate the world sometimes. So this realm that we're in right now is called Sardana, which is also the name of the town that we're going to. But every time you go to a new realm, you get a new map, obviously. The only thing we have on the map right now is the palace, the yellow dot, but we will get more dots on the map as we progress the game. And then we have our journal, which keeps track of our quests, obviously. We have primary quests, which are mainland quests, and then we have something called optional quests, which are side quests. The only quest we have right now is to find Lady Mishala at the palace in Sardana. So that is our inventory. I'm clicking R1 to equip my dagger, which is the only weapon I have right now. And in true RPG fashion, once again, we have chests with loot in them that magically open when we get close to them. If I click L1, stuff that I can pick up will magically float towards me, and I'm going to use that a lot because it's really convenient. You can also break barrels. Sometimes there's loot in them. This time there was a goblet in it. It's 50 gold right there. Hello, sir. I can talk to people using R1.
If you feel like practicing, we've got a dummy set up over there.
Really? So we've got 2 dummies then. Nice.
I'm getting tired of chasing bandits around the countryside. Maybe your dragon can help us drive them back.
You seem very motivated, sir. Yeah. So, the thing is that when you talk to people, the first thing they say is usually scripted to be that thing. But if you keep talking to them, they will probably repeat stuff because they just choose random dialogue, so...
They say your dragon friend flew off to the Shadowmire, but he'll be back soon. I'd wait for him in the city if I were you.
Yeah, maybe I will.
I saw your dragon this morning. Do you really ride that thing?
Sir, I would rather ride my dragon than ride you. Yeah, I don't think he has anything more to say that's useful, honestly. But he did mention this dummy over here. We can practice combat on this dummy. R1 to draw the weapon, we already did that. So we already know that thing. We can lock onto targets using R2, that's useful. And we can press the square button to attack. We can do combos of 3. That's the maximum combo for any weapon. To kill enemies. Yep. And we can also use the directional buttons to stab forwards if you click the directional button and click attack. And you can block or parry weapon or attacks, I mean. So that's basically it for combat. I probably will dodge more than I parry in the game, because parrying isn't always that useful in my opinion. It's kind of hard to time it. And you see the blue thing flying around the dummy. If it's blue, babadi babadoo, that means that the enemy or thing you're targeting is indestructible. So you can't actually destroy this dummy ever. There are some enemies that are blue too, until you find out how to kill them in this game, but that's for another day. There are also some combo moves that they don't teach you. If we click directional buttons right to right and then attack, we do this. Same left left and attack, we do this. If we do down down, we do this, which is good for enemies that are very low on the ground. And then we have down up attack, this. So these are combo moves that are good, but they also give the enemies an opening to attack you, so I wouldn't use them too often. I can show them off later maybe. This chest right here, I have no idea how to open it. I don't even know if it can be opened. So I've tried doing a lot of stuff to this chest to see if it can be opened, but I've never been able to, even at the end of the game when I come back here to see if I can do it, but no, to no avail. So if you do know how to open this, please let me know, because I'm genuinely curious on how to open this, if it can be opened at all. I've tried mostly everything over the years to open it, but I haven't been able to. There's another chest just like it coming up that I'm also not sure how to open, if I can open it. So I guess we'll get to that. Oh, we've got company. I guess these are the guys General Derriman was talking about.
Wait, road belong to Olak. Olak no say you use. Now you pay Olak fine. All your gold.
Is that so?
Olak's road. Everybody know. You pay now.
I don't have any gold. So I guess that means you get nothing, doesn't it?
You lie. All human have gold. You not pay. We take your hide.
Well, she is lying though, because we do have gold, just not a lot. Yep, let's not take any damage from these guys, at least try not to. Oh. If they gang up on you, that's good, so let's get surrounded by these guys, there we go. Yeah, and Olak, this guy that is kind of yellowish, brownish color, he always drops a potion of life. And the potion of life, which you also can hot slot, is useful because it's a full health potion, so if you drink that, you always get full health. You can't upgrade your health in this game. You can get better gear so that you can take damage like better, but you can't actually upgrade your health ever. So the health is the red dot down at the bottom left, and the bar to the left of the red dot is my experience bar. And you can see that I have a little bit of experience now that I killed a few enemies. These guys are called Grolls, by the way, they're not orcs. And the right dot is my mana, and also it'll showcase your arrows when you use archery later. So yeah, and I have no idea why they chose to give these guys Scottish kilts and not Scottish accents. That's a waste of an opportunity right there. Would have been cool. Yeah, so the way to the left, to the right is the correct road, but we will go to the left first to see a little secret right here. This is probably their lair, I guess. And another potion of life, which is useful. Let's break some more barrels to see if we can find something useful. Nope. And you can also break these boxes right here that are that don't have metal on them. But there was nothing in it, so you know. There could have been, but there wasn't. So now I can click R1, that I've hot slotted both the potion and the weapon, to quickly shuffle through them, and I can drink a potion mid-battle if I need to, or switch weapons if I need to. So that's useful. Oh, that's an evil dragon right there, a feral dragon. It's called a Blackwing for obvious reasons. It's black. There are different kinds of dragons in the game as well, and I'm really glad we don't have to fight that dragon right now, because we would have been annihilated right now. Let's just continue on our way. That's Sardana right there. We're getting closer. More Grolls blocking our way. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess I don't have to fight that guy, but there's another one behind here. Why did you kill your friend, sir? Who? gonna stab you to death. Let me show you how this combo move works, so we can like throw him off the ground. It's useful if you only have one enemy, but if there are several of them, it's a little harder to dodge if you do that move. So, yep, he dropped a health or 2 health elixirs. Health elixirs are, I think, 1/4, maybe even 1/5 of your maximum health in recovery. So these are really nice if you only lost a little bit of health but don't want to waste a potion of life. So, you know, save those potions of life until you really, really need them, I'd say. Okay, there's a little tent here too, and a dude. Let's see what the dude has to say. Hello, sir.
Hi there. Like to try a little archery? There's an extra bow just over there.
Maybe I will. Yep, so we got our first bow. We can't open this chest either. This is the other chest that I talked about. Let's stab the... Oh, there's nothing in. Okay. Let me hot slot the wood bow, short wood bow. It's got more damage than my dagger. 200 arrows in short range. Not too good, but you know, it's better than nothing. So when you use bows and arrows, you can either free aim, I'm sorry, with the circle button, which is kind of hard to do because the camera is so sensitive. So like the smallest, slightest movement moves the camera around. But you can also just aim like usual. But free aiming is kind of useful when you have enemies that are hard to see. If you maybe just see their feet or something, or maybe the top of their head, and you can't actually aim at them the normal way. Free aiming is useful for that. Okay, you can also swim in this game, and we will be diving a little bit sometimes in this game from time to time, but not too much. And the only reason why I don't explore beyond this point, like over there, there's nothing to find over there. I've played this game so many times, and I've tried looking everywhere for secrets, and I haven't found anything while looking, so don't waste your time if you're playing along. Anything else to say, sir?
You should probably head into the castle now.
Probably, yeah. Oh, now he just refuses to talk to me. How rude. Well, I guess I can talk to this guy over here. Hello there, mister.
Have you come to see the dragon? They say it's one of the elder breed, a real dragon of the order. They say he can talk.
Ah, he talks all right. Is he still in the city?
He flew off this morning, but they say he's expected back soon. I can't wait to see him again. I've seen my share of feral dragons, but this one's nothing like them. He's magnificent.
Interesting.
I've got to get back to work, miss. Maybe you should take your questions on into town.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk to me. Is it because I'm like standing here with a dagger in my hand, maybe? I look menacing to these guys. They're like, oh, don't want to talk to that girl. Yeah, looks like there's a guard over here. This lone guard guarding this entrance, even though there are like several girls over there. Let's talk to him and see what he has to say.
Lady Mashala's waiting for you in the palace. You'll need to take the lift.
Okay, thank you for that.
There's a lift that will take you to the palace. Lady Mashala's expecting you.
Okay, so you're just saying the same thing twice, only a little differently. I'm not that dumb, but thank you, I guess. Yeah, so I know this episode wasn't the most exciting in the world. We just basically got through the tutorial area of the game and me talking about how the game works, but I'm going to end the first episode of the playthrough right here. I hope you still enjoy this episode though, and I hope you will I hope you will join me on the next episode of Drakan, where we are going to explore the city of Sardana, which is right in front of us here, and also we're going to do our first side quest in the game next episode. So please join me next episode, and thank you for watching. Bye bye for now.